Hi everyone, and welcome to Joe's Media Marathon. I'm Joe. Today we're going to be reacting to all of Anteam's music videos. I'm calling this a re-reaction because Anteam are my ults, and I have seen pretty much everything they have put out to this point. I wanted to have a sort of big ode to my love to them on the channel before their comeback in April. It is because of Anteam that I got back into K-pop. I was sort of out of the loop for a few years, from like 2021 to 2025 pretty much, and I only got back into it because of the release of the Deer Hunter music video in January of 2025 that I started following K-pop again, and because of that I fell into a deep rabbit hole with them. Despite them being technically a J-pop group, it got me back into everything. So I have seen pretty much all these videos, but I also want to sort of discuss my view on them because one of the big things I like about Anteam is that they're a lore-heavy group. Because that lore was part of the attraction to me, I want to talk about it. And Mia, what are you doing? So, because Anteam's lore was part of the reason that I really got into them, I want to have a sort of discussion about it as I see it through all of their videos, because I've seen a lot of times that for different reactors it's sort of hard to follow, and I want to just put my thoughts on it out there into the world. Not that they're important, but they are mine and I want to share them. So we're going to be getting started with the extended version of their debut music video, that being Under the Skin. And so to start with, Under the Skin was not the first video that I saw, but it was pretty much the second video I saw, and it was Under the Skin that prompted me to actually go read the webtoons. I read all of Anteam's solo webtoon pretty much, which is Dark Moon the Great City, and I read some of Dark Moon the Blood Altar, which is the more vampire focused one that follows the Enhypen members. City, and my cat is making noise. Parts of this video are pretty much, not exactly, but correlate directly to things we see in the Great City, being a big battle that happens in it that results in what we're about to see in this opening. Yeah, go ahead. Follow Mila.
そんな顔するな。
Sorry.
大人の狼が子供の狼を守るのは当然だろう。罪悪感はいらない。教えたいこともしてやりたいこともたくさんあった。でもお前たちは知ってたよな。どんなに怖くても辛くても守りたいものがあるときは勇気を出さなければいけないことを。狼人間がヴァンパイアから自分の居場所を守ることは、人間と共に生きる人生の中で自分の役割を果たすことだ。譲れないものは何なのかを考えるんだ。お前たちがそんな風に一人の役割を果たす姿を見届けられなくてすまない。
So that scene is between a member of the group K, who is the guy kneeling, and an actor portraying Giri from the novel or webtoon. Um, so Giri was the original alpha of the pack that comes into the city where Khan is already living. Khan being K. Um, so he dies in a big battle that happens with evil vampires in the webtoon and relinquishes or um, gives the title of Alpha over to Khan K. Giri is with the characters relating to Taki, Nicholas, EJ when they come into the city, and Khan is already living there with his adoptive mother. So, Khan is a werewolf, but he is sort of suppressing that and being bullied, which we see some in this. It's sort of the three kid werewolves who are the members of Team who come in and are sort of wearing him down and trying to get him to, you know, hang out with them and be a part of their group because he is pretty much the only werewolf that they know of in the town before they get there. Uh, and though it isn't as explicit in this, um, vampires are pretty much tracking them down, especially Khan K, because K is a special sort of almost extinct type of werewolf. And you can see in the like drawings of their characters, Khan's wolf is especially big and like has his like hair is different than the rest of them. He's like really, really big. Um, they give them names and they're sort of silly to say. It's like Loop Guru or something like that, like the like scientific names for the different types of werewolves. But Khan is he's a special werewolf, and it is sort of like he's like somebody's special, super special boy OC in the lore. Same with like I think Healy with the vampires is sort of like the main guy that is like with the girl in their lore. Khan is like analogous to that like main guy of the werewolves. Um yeah, Giri dies. Giri dies, and that is how Kay takes the lead of the vampires. So, that is how Kay takes the lead of the werewolves. Um additionally, I think it is important to mention the werewolf characters were made originally with just the OG4 being solidified members of Anteam. So it had so all of the lore started when Hypen pretty much like around Hypen's debut. So at that time the OG4 were settled members of Anteam, but the and audition show that created the entire group had not happened. So knowing that they were going to pick 5 people, they make 5 additional werewolf characters that aren't actually like related to the members who would fill those spots later. So for the OG form, K, EJ, Nicholas, and Taki, the names and like visual aspects mostly line up with them. Um, K is Khan, EJ is Inchi, Nicholas is Najak, and Taki is Tahel. And like Taki's the shortest, he's the youngest of them. Him and Nicholas Najak are in that original group, the only two that are blood related, and Inji is sort of like serious. He wears glasses. He's supposed to be like smart, the smart one, um, which I guess are supposed to fit more with who the people are in real life. Um, Besides the fact that Najak is the tallest of all of them, which Nicholas wishes he was, he is not. Um, so for the rest of them, they just made characters. Um, so there's Kamil, which is Joe's characters. Mahan is Fuma's. Ruslan is Haru's. And then Yuma and Maki are twins in the story, and one of them's name is Louis, and I cannot remember the other one. Um, Also, for a majority of the story, they're not even there because, besides the twins, the rest of them are being controlled, like mind controlled by the bad vampires, as opposed to the Enhypen boys, which are they're they're chilling. They do what they're doing. They're not killing people. They're chill. The bad vampires are killing people. They come here and kill Giri, but they're also draining people in this town that they're living in. Um, and they have the werewolves under my control and are using them to kill people. So, uh, yeah. So the three, Kamil, Mahan, and Ruslan don't really show up for most of it. The twins come in towards the like middle, and they're like, hey, our homeboys are being mind controlled. They're the creatures in the night that are attacking people in the woods. It's not like, we know it's not you, even though some people think it's this group of werewolves, our pack of werewolves. We know it's not you, it's our friends under mind control of vampires. So, and I suppose this is supposed to be post the big battle that ends, you know, the mind control and everything. So they're integrated mostly, though we do see that they still have some issues. This is, from my understanding, K or Khan's sort of reconciling with the fact that Gary's dead and he has taken responsibility for all 8 of the members of the pack. Also, his adopted mom, I think she dies. Like, either way, he isn't with her anymore. Like, he went through a lot before he takes on alphahood. So, we're gonna actually listen to the song now. So Sunshine City is the city that werewolves live in Hypen's webtoon. So one thing I do have to say, despite my talking about all this, I do not know everything. Part of the things I don't necessarily understand is the timeline of this. Like, you see during this video, there's a lot of flashing of different dates on like recordings and things like that. I don't necessarily know what all that means. We also have, typical debut concept. Everybody has either black or brown hair. That's just classic. I feel like they don't really get rid of like the bowl cuts for a minute. I feel like even going into from what I remember, Firework, they still have pretty much all black and brown hair and like short haircuts. Might be different. I'll have to check again. Oh, look at young Maki. This is depicting the bullying that Khan experiences during the book. I have cat hair on my face. the werewolves are running and jumping. Like, how do I have this giant camcorder thing? What time period is this supposed to be? I don't know, because the werewolves are supposed to live a normal period of time, like a human period of years, not like an extended life. So I don't know exactly when this period of both the vampires and the werewolves' lives is supposed to be happening. Because the vampires, we see them go through so many periods of time, and we do technically see them in a lot of periods of time, but I think their situation is more time travel or like reincarnation than the vampires who are just living through these periods. Oh, look at you. I am a believer in the fact that Kamil, which is Joe's character, might still be under the mind control of the vampires, because despite the fact that he saves K in a lot of different situations, or a couple of different situations, this video and then the one we'll see at the very end, he is also depicted sort of evilly in some of their stuff. And like the music that they associate with him and the way that they shoot Joe, I'm like sometimes like, more story. This is kind of funny to me. Look at it. It's 2001 on there. What time is it? It's like 2001. It's 1997, and it's, I don't know. That's kind of funny to me that EJ has "I'm right here" written on his own hand. Did you write to yourself? Like Taki wrote that in the book, but did you write "I'm right here" to your own self on your own hand? So pretty. Well, this is Joe reaching out for Kay, which we see sort of again later. Remember that. And this is fun. This is a fun connecting tissue bit. Bad vampires. Despite the fact that the four of them go off at after the vampires, it's only two of them that show up in the Drunk Dates music video, which is directed connecting to. Only EJ and K show up in that for some reason. But yeah. This is also pretty much something that happens like almost directly as it does in the Blood Altar webtoon. The bloody birthday party that we see that is being invited, the invitation is to here, does happen. The party does happen in the book, and she does get there late. The girl, Suha, I believe her name is, she does get there late. And it is there that she discovers that they are vampires, because she sees them, like, I think, drinking animal blood, and she's like, she gets out of there and she gets attacked. But here, we get to see the werewolves at the party, or in Drunk Days, we get to see the werewolves at the party. It's only two of them again, despite the fact that four of them run off after this bus. double stinger. So, Dark Moon the Gray City is happening in. Oop, we're gonna get to that. Hold your horses. But Dark Moon the Gray City happens in Grayville, where that is where we see Geary in the beginning. That is where Geary dies. That's where the big battle happens. That's where the entire group comes together for the first time. Um, in this, we see them on the Sunshine City team. Oh yes, I have a meeting to go to. We see the boys are on the Sunshine City's nightball team. And that's where they are and where they live in the Blood Altar. So we're seeing that they have moved, despite the fact that it's still the Gray City at the end, and they don't necessarily say that they've left Grayville until like Yukiakari. We don't see the name Grayville anywhere, but Yukiakari being their like end of 2025 song. That so for years we do not see the name Grayville in a music video. I'm pretty sure. I don't think so, but we see Sunshine City here. So, what was I saying before I got distracted? Can't remember. So in the Blood Altar, we see them. Uh, we see confrontations between the werewolves and the vampires. I think pretty much we only see, for the first few chapters at the very least, we only see the OG4 boys talk to the vampires. They're investigating a killing by a vampire. They think the vampires did it. Sort of similar situation to what happens in the Gray City, where it is another group of werewolves who do a killing and they get suspicion drawn up to them. Bloody Birthday happens. She sees them post the party. She gets there late, or she comes back late, or whatever. No, she gets there on time, but she comes back later and sees them in the middle of their blood drinking ritual. I'm pretty sure it's like a giant snake whose blood they're drinking, but she doesn't know that. And so she runs out of there, gets attacked by another evil vampire, and then the werewolves have to come in and help. It's been like a year or two since I read it, so if that is not completely correct, don't shoot me. But yeah, so the Bloody Birthday, as well as the I'm thinking I keep calling it the Bloody Birthday. The Under the Skin music video and Drunk Days are reflecting things that do happen in the webtoon novels. But is that all I was going to say about that? I think it was. It probably wasn't, but I can't think of what I was going to say now because I'm not writing this down. I'm just talking. So I'm going to move on before I talk myself into another circle. This is Sent of You. I banger song. Love it, love it, love it. This is not lore heavy, so I'm just going to watch it. Okay. This is a B-side, so it's not really a heavy lore implication video. I, personal note, hate a Gucci Gazelle. I don't like it. For the most part, I really like this video, and like the moving camera and the like cool set that they're on, or this like cool staging that they have. I think their makeup looks kind of crazy in this video. I think they use the same foundation on everybody, and it does not match everybody's neck. It's also not a lot of like color on their faces to begin with, but it's not always what they do for men. You know, I prefer it when they put color on their face because I think it looks better, but that's not what they always do for men. He distracted me. Truly 16-year-old Maki, crazy times. Oh, Joe, when his face was still round. I feel like visually, Hado is the one who's changed the least to me. I feel like he looks the exact same. Like, most of them look a little different at the very least. Like, I feel, even though K's changed, I feel like he looks younger now than he does here. But that might also just be the way that they have their makeup looking. You know what I mean? Not that he's not hot. Despite the fact that Nico, I would say that after this. I like that spin. That's super cool. I was gonna say, despite the fact that I've seen the behinds and I know that they were actually in this space, some of the time, some of the shots, I guess the way it's lit, makes it look like they're on like a sound stage, like they're in a blue light, blue screen space for some reason to me. Super fun. Really likes interview. Next up, we have Firework, which brings me back into my lore discussion bag. I think I'm gonna do the original version and the filmed by you version of it because I like them both a lot. So in this video, it brings us back to their relationship with Miss Thing, who is right there in the middle. So y'all can't be comfortable. One of you is just sitting up sleeping. I think I like saw Fuma like against the wall in that bed with Joe. Also, all of them have freckles on in this video. It's so cute. This scene is the scene that we mostly are in during the film for you version of this. They also still have on their Sunshine City uniforms in this. I always kind of think it's funny to put, at this point, 25 and like 26-year-old Fuma and Kei in school uniforms. That's always going to be funny to me. Fuma and Kei. Did I say they're both of their names? I meant Fuma and Kei if I didn't. So, oh, we do have a bit at the end. So this video, I'm pretty sure doesn't connect directly to anything that happens in the webtoon specifically, but I think this video and this song are sort of mostly using Suha as just the self-insert character to show this like deep yearning and longing for her, despite the fact that they can't have her. Mostly because was written specifically for the vampires to begin with, so it was never gonna work. Khan, get over it, homie. But I think this is sort of interesting, this ending bit, because it might be that I'm just like editorializing it in my head, but I think this relates to the reason why Khan is in love with her is he sees her. He just sees her during a full moon. So it's like an imprinting, almost Twilighty thing where it's like he saw her during the full moon, so now he's in love with her. And that is technically something that happens in the Blood Altar. I've just remembered that. But yeah, because I love this song so much, I think we're gonna do all 3 versions of this video. So we're gonna do the Film for You version and the Korean version, which I think is really cool. And I do have a tidbit about that as well. I just really like this because you can see a lot more of the dance, or pretty much all of the dance. That bit is changed when they perform it usually now because they don't want to lift Haruo on their ankles anymore. Oh yeah, I was right. They all do have dark hair with pretty much a bowl cut at this time too. Ooh, that mud is wet. This is back into the music video version, which is us Suha on the wall watching them do it. And we are literally supposed to be the one recording it as her during the flat versions of the scenes too. I think all of the Makine's voices are so cute here, especially Haruo's stays pretty high, but I feel like Taki and Maki's voices have changed some. Get out of my face. Oh, who fell? I don't remember somebody tripping. Who was that? I couldn't tell. Haruo. So, actually in the choreo, they're supposed to be lifting Joe up on their backs, but they're not gonna do that because mud. It looks to me like most of them aren't lip syncing. Like Maki just was. Oh no, Nicholas is here. But I feel like for a lot of it, I wasn't seeing them mouth it. Maybe it's just in that top-down shot. Because it looks like they're doing it here. And we see Miss Girl's legs. Okay, we're also gonna watch the Korean performance version because I really like it. It's also really cool to look at. Fun fact tidbit I had is that I heard on the internet, so maybe it's not true, that when this was being filmed, people saw the like group of 9 people on the runway recording a video and thought that it was Zero Base One, R.I.P. But it was Anti. And go. You going? Okay. This is a different uniform. I actually don't. I want to look at that again. It doesn't look like the same patch to me. The Sunshine City School patch that I'm like familiar with is the wolf head howling. I really like this performance music video, especially because of all the lighting effects that they do. And the big finish is so cool and really well done, I think. That move is so cool. Their choreo is always so cool, and I like the way they build things out of their bodies. Sort of, they create images with their bodies. This is the thing they don't do in the mud. Lifting Joe up. Boom! Ah! The fireworks going off with the head spin, which is also my favorite part of the choreo. It looks so cool. It looks so good. They did it with the live fireworks. It's so well done. It's so beautiful to me. Oh. It's so pretty. I love this video. Okay. We're going to move on to our next song. But first, I have treats. Okay, I'm back. So, I rarely buy a full album, but as Anteam are my favorites, I do have this album, the album that Firework and the next song we're gonna see came out on. This is First Howling We. I actually didn't intend to get First Howling We. I meant to get the album I think before it with oh no, I think I meant to get the one after it that was the full with this and the songs from their first recording on it. So, but I do really like this one still. This is the version where I didn't put the concept clips on the recording to be watched, but this version is them having a party. It's super cute. You can see on the film. The concept clips for this have this sort of like eerie music playing, but it is just them having a party. Really, really enjoy these. I, unfortunately now, for a lot of groups, since I've gotten back into it, I noticed that a lot of companies are making you pay for a special edition to get photo books. The photo books are like the only reason I buy them physically. Like, I use my CDs. My car still has a CD player, so I use my CDs. But one of the main reasons I buy an album is the photo collection. Like, stickers are nice, and I prefer you gave me stickers anyway, because I put them on the back of my laptop. But I want these photos. These are like on my shelf. I use some of them from different groups that I have as like coffee table books. So like, give me photo books. But usually it's like a upcharge to get a version with the photo book, and it also doesn't always come with the other inclusions. So I guess they want you to buy two versions, but I'm not gonna do that. So give me my pictures. Okay. The other song or music video from the song, a song on that same mini album, is Road Not Taken. I also want to mention the Korean version of Centerview is on this for Song and Lee. I mean, yeah, Centerview and not Under the Skin. I think, I don't know. I guess they hadn't recorded the version until this mini album was coming out. I don't know. But it's on this and not with the for Telling Me, I think. Is it Now? I can't remember which one it is. Me, We, Now, I think. It's not on this. Okay. This is really not taken.
Where are you at now? We're crossing on the road. No one knows how long it'll take. Are we lost or found? What is out there?
They painted them like really shadowy. Like under the eyes, there's a lot of shadow, and I feel like they've got a lot of contouring happening. Maki and Nicholas, get out of my ears. This choreo really shows a lot of what I mean by like the creative shapes and things with their choreo. Like this. With their bodies, they make a lot of images and things that I really like. And part of that is part of the reason, I mean, that I like groups that are bigger. It allows for the creation of a lot of different images and like effects in choreo, I feel like, when you have more people to work with. But to a point. You know what I mean? Like up to 17, they still make it work. But like all of like Triple S and or like all of NCT on stage at the same time, I'm like, this is a lot. You know what I mean? Like the most I can take in like an actual group that are performing together all of the time is like around 10. 10 plus or minus 3, I suppose. Like that, the wolf. They're a wolf. This music video also reminds me of like older, not older, but like 3rd gen, 2nd gen K-pop music videos where we're in the box and this box is decorated and we're dancing. Like that's the video. As much as I enjoy their like cinematic stuff, which I guess I prefer, I still do like this style of video, which I feel like we don't get as often anymore from big company groups. Because they have the money to do other stuff, so they typically do. Like, that's just a painted backdrop and some dust. Dragging him around. They do still drag Haruo when they do this. I don't know if it's the coloring on this, but they look tanner in this video to me. It may be that they've made them up a little darker, like I was saying with like the darkness around their eyes and things like that. But they do look tanner in this to me. Okay, next up we have War Cry, which is more lore heavy than just we are werewolves. This does include some images that are referential of the webtoon again. So, like this opening, Kate is holding the necklace that we see in that second end stinger for the Grey City. It is also, I think, given to him as a child before he takes on the name Khan in like a ritual, like a special ritual within the special pack that he's from. Whoop. Oh, Joe. Eh. In this video, I think it's the only time they're depicted as like such Western style bipedal werewolves. Usually they just turn into wolves, like shifter fanficky shifting into a wolf. What I was talking about there, that was the red hooded one, is the, I think, head of the evil vampires that control the boys in the webtoon. Wow. Cutie. Oh, like I said, they usually are like actual wolves. Mostly they look like wolves, except for they have the hair colors of the like the boys' hair colors. Like Inji's hair is green, so his wolf is green. His wolf also has like a mullet. I don't know how else to say it. It has like long up. I was distracted, but in the flash there, I'll go back to it. We see Kay with spikes coming out of his back, which we do see again. Remember it, like the hand holding. Remember it. And their eyes glow, which is a little city. You can see it. It's clipping over Fuma's hair because of the after effects. Okay. Oh, you can see the necklace again, like I was talking about. Yep, that's the same necklace, the wolf necklace. And then I'm gonna go back. It's when Nicholas starts screaming. Yeah, Kay with spikes in his back. Khan is going through it, but we will see similar imagery again. That's a mystery Mouska tool that'll help us later. Okay. Next, I'm not going to do the performance version. We're going to Dropkick, which came out on the same album as Warcry. I don't have that one. And Dropkick ushers in a sort of different era for Anteam, where at the end, this is the end of 2023. Hey, shush, I'm talking. And starting in 2024, we get like we move away from sort of the darkness that they presented here, and we're in a lighter territory, and it's not as directly connected to like imagery and things that we see in the webtoon, but it does show a lot about their relationship as a pack, and I feel like the songs communicate that as well. But the videos are about sort of their journey as the wolf pack, even though it's not necessarily following something that's already been shown in the webtoon. Did I say that right? I don't know. We're gonna start Dropkick. This is alcoholic. See, I forgot to go back and look at it, but this is the Sunshine School emblem with the wolf howling. I don't know what they were wearing in the Korean version of Firework. I said it before, I don't know if I like this tone of blonde on Maki. I don't like it, but I was trying to soften it. I don't really like it. He's gonna have versions of blonde later that I prefer more. This tone I don't really love on it. These outfits are so cute. I love the car wash outfits. I think they're so cute. I think Dropkick was technically the B-side for this album. Oh, this album. I think War Cry was the title. And despite that, which I'm not despite it, but that's the reason this is most choreo. It's sweet. It's fun. I like it. Eager Beaver. He's not even a beaver on that shirt. Ah! Oh, and Haru's haircut pushed up like that. It's so cute. And the pink in his hair. Oh my god. Still looks like a little duck. I like the two-tone hair on Taki. The only thing is the tone of that blonde makes it so sometimes it just looks like his skin can continue, so it looks he looks like he has like a friar's haircut with like balls on the bottom. Change. Yeah. I don't know if their numbers mean anything. I don't know. Also, personal gripe, not to do with this video even, but the ampersand and team was bad SEO. It makes it incredibly hard to search for them, for like reactions for them and things like that. Because no search engine, like website search engine, recognizes the ampersand. Because why would it? But because it never has. But I don't know why they named them that. Why they stylized that way. Even if it was just and team with and spelled out, I feel like that would be better. It's making it difficult. It makes things difficult. So we're gonna go into the 4 seasons run, which goes through I think all of 2024. And it's a song for every season. But we're also gonna mixed in here. I have some of the like B-sides from those. So the first song is Samidare, which was the spring song. And as we're gonna go through it, we're gonna see why I have an issue with the way the full album for the whole year, because they were released as singles as they went, but at the end of the year there was a full album released with all of the songs on them. I have a problem with the way the album's organized, but we'll get through it. So this is lore related, but not webtoon connected, if that makes sense. So, you going? All right. Like this blonde on my I prefer dirtier blonde on him. I don't know why. This is also a video I see a lot of reactors have a hard time with. I'll try to walk through what I see from it as I go through. This is Giri Hung's grave, the guy who died under the skin. To me, this song and this video represent sort of a rough period in the lives and relationships between the members of the pack. And that as such begins my issues with the way the album is organized, because starting with Samidare, we see them in a rough place where they're like trying to get through it. We are having issues, but we want to get through them. We're going to. That's where we begin, and they progress through the 4 seasons. But the album does not follow that progression the way it should, which I guess doesn't affect you if you don't speak Japanese, but I feel like it should flow in the way it's meant to flow. Give it to the people who listen to the album the way you gave it to me. You know what I mean? As we see in the lyrics, they are having issues. They are struggling to come together as the group that they've now formed once the kidnapped 3, the twins, and joined the OG4 pack, and under Khan's leadership, with Khan being off, dealing with his own stuff, being super special boy with depression. They're struggling to get along. But they want to, and this song expresses a hope and a belief that we will get through it, we will come together again as we once were. Like, our bond is tight enough that we can get through this rough patch, right? So this section, we saw Taki in the beginning holding a photo of all of them. I originally thought maybe Giri was in it, but once I counted it, I think it's just 9 of them. But I think it is supposed to be representative of, I want us to get back to this, and I'm sad that we aren't here for Taki, who is sort of depressed more than angry than the rest of them. Najak, or Nicholas as Taki's actual blood brother, is pissed that Fuma just knocked into him, which is why he goes off on him. Because all of the things he just flashed through, the picture that Taki has, the fact he's sitting in the rain with it, the fact that Gary's dead, are all accumulating like the issues that they've already started to accumulate as we see in the lyrics. So he goes off, he starts the feud between them. So the OG4 pretty much, or mostly Najak and Inzi, are fighting the rest of them. And Khan has to try to stop it. But they don't really go into how it is fixed, but we calm down when the cherry blossoms come in. This is the change. In the beginning of the cherry blossoms, the falling of them over us. We're gonna lay down, we're gonna watch them. This is the change. We're moving past this, sort of. Yeah, that's Samidare. I love this. All of these songs are softer. They're not as hard or hip-hoppy as like the songs we got in the first Howling series of albums. Shut up, Siri. No one's talking to you. Series, not Siri. Okay, so I said that, but Koegawari, which is what we're gonna listen to next, is kind of, it gets into a rap verse, but that's not what the titles are like usually, mostly. So Koegawari is the B-side from the Samidare single, and it is one of my favorite Anthem songs. I love this song so much. It's also videotaping them committing crimes as a pack. As a family, we're gonna do a major crime, so.
Don't think I can feel anymore, feel anymore, feel anymore. Aoarashi feeling,
So, after Samidare, they're leaving the school. I think this takes them on a period of they're not in society really, which is why they're in this rundown station and why they commit the crime they're gonna commit. But most of the rest of the videos, they're like just walking together. They're making a journey together. They're not in school or like in classes like we see with them in the rest of the like more real videos that are less conceptual, like Road Not Taken and War Cry, which are more like concepts of wolves and things, where Samidare had them in a school. Under the skin, they were in school and they were experiencing real lives. We see less of them in the more grounded videos experiencing things like that, because they're out in there. They're on the run, I guess. God, it's so hot. My close friend from love. My close friend. They're wearing masks because they're about to do a crime. Joe's doesn't fit. Joe's is like here, it doesn't fit. They're wearing masks and hopping fences because they're about to go do a robbery. You just wasn't fitting them. Sit right here. Tiny, tiny waist, my god. I also love this hair color on EJ. Ugh. And I miss Nico's mullet. Ugh. They do Grand Theft Auto. This should be in here. They do Grand Theft Auto and steal this truck. They don't need a truck that big, but they steal this truck. Kay's driving it. He's gonna have no license, I guess. Actually, I think he is the one with a license. I don't know if Fuma has it. That's that he's actually driving in this scene. I think they actually have him like moving a few feet to get that shot of him in the cab. Oh, I love this song. The horns in it are so good. Also, retro tech. I don't know if that is like, are we in the 90s? I don't know. But I do love this video. And I think this one, and like some of the other ones where there's just more concepts of things, this B-side music video I think actually connects to the journey that they're on as we go forward. We don't see the truck again, but I think the way I interpret it is that this is part of them getting on the road and getting out of Dodge, because they're getting out of there. Okay. Next is Aoarashi, which is the summer song. Aoarashi. Retro tech. There's stuff on the floor a lot. We're running along. We're in the middle of nowhere again. Then we all get these clothes. Probably stealing them too. At this point in their journey, in their travels, they have sort of come out of the issues that they were having in Samidare. They have formed a bond. They're like, we're doing it. We got it. Let's go. In the summer of this relationship, they have found a kinship again. So pretty, my god. That blonde is so cute. Love it. Also, Nico's red hair. Ah! Also, Fuma with the long hair in the back. Love it. My good friend. In the pink. Ugh. Get out of my face. Whole lot of stomach in this shot. I want to try dango. I've never had it. They have some in the back, like balls on a stick. I want to try it so bad. It's like a summer festival. They got the, is it yukata for a man? I can't remember if the names are different. I think the names are different for men and women. I actually can't remember. Yukata. Aoarashi. So pretty. Love it, love it, love it. Stinger. Okay. Now, Imprinted is a B-side from the Aoarashi single. This video isn't really lore related, and I'm quite frankly not sure it's related to the song. I'm gonna talk about it once we start it, but I don't think that they knew what song this video was gonna have over it when they filmed it, because they're not even like lip syncing, they're not dancing. It's just like a track video. It's not about really anything. We're just on a beach. Very fun. It's also cute, and I like this song a lot. This blonde on Maka, I love. Ugh, this shade looks so nice on him. Yuma has a fake eyebrow piercing in this video. Get out of my face, Kay. Get it pierced. I know you want to. Ah! Oh, Taki. I love the way they styled Maki with the shaved sides and this with it up. Yeah, my face, okay. You can take this imprinting on someone to be more werewolf if you want. Like that, you will never understand the depth of the devotion I feel. Type. I want to open my chest so you can see it. He's so handsome. Big eyebrow piercing. And we're on a boat. Ow! Ow! There were photos released of them in this. I can't remember. It might be on the single album for this. I don't have that one. These boat looks. I think they were released. Oh my god. And then jumping on this boat. My good friend Taki. I love him so much. once again, no one lip syncs this entire time. They did not know what song this was gonna be used for. They just were recording a video. They just got footage to use for a track video at some point. Love this song. Oh, they all look so handsome. Devin Yedin's too strong on that though. Some of the faces are blurry. Okay. Next is one of another. Wow. Hey, shut up. Okay, so next is one of my all-time favorite Anteam songs. I love Jyugoya. This is our fall song. It is an animated video. They didn't do a like live action music video for it. And they're all little bunnies. It's so cute. I think the like bunny and moon imagery are somehow related to like a Japanese folklore thing. I actually don't know. I should probably look it up, but I don't know. Also, another thing people struggle with, they don't know which one of them is which. I can hear the voices and recognize who it is, so it's usually the person on screen is the one singing at the time. Also, there are some characteristics of each of them you can see that tell you who's who, so I'll point them out as I see them. Like right now, this is Harawa. So these two bunnies are Harawa with the pretty eyelashes and Nico, who's singing now, with the earring. Maki's singing. You see Maki Rabbit. He has Maki's eyebrow with freckles because mixed. Kay singing, and he has a crown for king. Okay. Yuma singing. That's Yuma Rabbit with the cat smile. And then Taki is next to him. Taki singing. I think it's both. I don't know why both. I think it's good. Wait, I don't want to say it. Joe singing. Joe has the down ears and like a simple expression. Harawa, pretty eyelashes, and also this little shawl. EJ singing, he's the one with the like swoops of hair coming out like that. Who was the one with the cape? I didn't point him out when he was singing earlier. He has cape because he's the hero, which is another nickname of his. Nico. Pretty eyelashes. Oh. Also, Yuma's rabbit has a whole bunch of piercings because Yuma has a whole bunch of piercings. The Taki's like human rabbit version has a hoodie on, which I don't feel like the little ties necessarily indicate when they're rabbit. I'll go back through it again. Go too fast for me to say names. Suma, okay. Here's Suma's voice. I think EJ's rabbit is also the one with the wings. I don't know why wings, but we're gonna go back because I'm gonna go through the little individual shots we get of them. So this bunny is Yuma. Multiple piercings, cat mischievous smile, kitty like eyes. And this is EJ with the flappies coming out of his hair. Also, big ol' eyes. Big ol' Iju eyes. Anything with big eyes is Iju. And this is Haruha with the pretty eyelashes. Joe, simple expression, round eyes, ears down. I think to be puppy-ish, but I think he's considered a puppy. K with the crown for King K. Maki, eyes going down because Maki's actual eyes sort of slant downward. One eyebrow and freckles because he's half white. Oh, I skipped, I think, Nico. Yes, Nicholas, he has regular earrings, and then his rabbit ear has an earring. Also flat sort of eyes, because he has sort of a, like a, not thin necessarily, but his eyes aren't super round at the top. They kind of just go straight. Also smirk. This is Taki with his little hoodie. His hair also goes out, but to differentiate him from EJ, EJ's has a little cross on his shirt while Taki's wearing the hoodie. This is Fuma. You can't really see it, but he has his cape on. I think that they're men enough. Yes. Okay. I love this song as well. I love their voices on it. It's so nice. And this one I feel like isn't as low related because it's kind of going through its own thing with the bunnies, so it's not as into it. But next, this is Illumination, which is a B-side to the winter song Yukiakari. And this is what I mean by more. Some of the videos are concept videos, and it's not necessarily talking about the same. Oh, hush. Extending the story in the same way. It's like Aoarashi, Jyugoya, not Aoarashi and Koegawari are in Samidare. This one shows them back in a school, but this is because that's what the concept of this video is, not because that's where they are in their journey as the characters from the novels. You know what I mean? It's a separate thing. It's separate. Just like Warcry isn't like necessarily about them actually, like the video isn't necessarily about where the pack is. It's just the concept is we're like angry now. Not necessarily that that's where the wolves are in their journey. You know what I mean? Okay. This was released in the winter part, so this is a very like winter holiday-esque song. EJ looks like a little coconut. Once again, always funny to put 26 and 27-year-old Fula and Kei in high school uniforms. Another personal note, I'm always going to be team everybody should have shoulder length hair at the very least, so these links really work for me. Also, this haircut and color on Fuma, I love and miss it. Oh, JoJo. Retrotech again, these headphones. I don't know. Fake snow.
Baby girl, only my girl.
Shaking my head to show I don't agree with that. holding the little so cute. Oh, yay. So sweet. Besides that one bit, it's just really sweet. I love this song. I won't listen to it during the winter because it's so wintry a song, but I do really like it. All right, now we're going into the last of our seasonal songs with Yukiakari. Which, once again, I'm going to go into a rant about why I don't like the way this album is situated on the actual CD and like ordering. These hair colors also love. That hurt. When I first saw this video, I thought that was like a vision, but in a subsequent video, Haruo does have an injury. So I don't know. I think that it literally happens, or maybe he has a premonition about it, because Haruo does seem to be injured after this. Anyway, reading the lyrics to this song, beautiful as it is, lovely as it is, about the love they feel for each other as much as it is. Why on the album does this come at the beginning, despite the fact that this is the end of the journey we see? This is the last part of the journey we see, and in the end we see how they're moving on from this journey that they've been on, where they've been sort of in the run and in the woods and all of that. Why is that? You tell me. The album is called Yukiakari. The full album that they put out with all of the songs of this year on it is called Yukiakari. That doesn't mean this song has to be at the beginning. This song and all the winter songs that come with it are at the beginning. Doesn't need to be. Does not need to be, because it does not make sense. If you put the music videos in the order that you get it in the CD, the story doesn't make any sense. And you can see, I'm listening, but this is the thing we build to. This is the thing the year builds to. Why is that the first thing you hear if you get it on the CD? And I can't speak Japanese. I don't know what it means, what they're saying when I'm just hearing them. But if you do, that's gotta be confusing. This is a song about how much we love each other and how the rough path we were on, we've surpassed it, and we're gonna keep going and surpassing the things that are in front of us because we're together and we love each other so much. And then we go back to the beginning in the next seasonal song with Samidare. You see flashes of them through all of the seasons we've experienced with them, through all of the struggles they've had, through love that they've built during that. You get that because at the end, you should, because that's what it was building to. But just listen to the album. If you if somebody who doesn't know any better is like following along in the album and they put the music videos in the order they appear in the album, they get the story out of order. They're confused when they watch this. What are these flashes of? They don't know. Frustrating. Beautiful song, beautiful video. Keep in mind, Haruo got hurt. It's gonna come back like immediately, but once again, we're ready to go. We're ending this journey we've been on, the year of travel that we've been on. We're ending it here, and we see sort of where they're going next, where I think they're going next in the stuff we're about to get with them in April of 2026. I'm filming this in March of 2026. So, Dark Moon Gray City I'm pretty sure this is the last time we see that stinger. This is the last time the Gray City is the stinger. We've got a car now. Maybe another stolen one. Either way, we've got a car now. We're continuing on our journey. We're leaving this part of it behind. And we've got that symbol on the card is important, but also the ticket EJ reads. This symbol's important, but also this is the first time we see the actual name of Grayville come up, and it shows we're leaving Grayville to go to Urasa, which is the next chapter of the webtoon we're getting. The one that we've been following or dealing with for this entire 3 years of their career was the Gray City, Grayville, and the next place we're going is which of Urasa, which is where we're going now. And that symbol's important. Also, I'm just noticing that he gives Nicholas Najak a separate little tab, which may have special information that comes up later. I'm actually just noticing that. I don't think we actually see what's on that paper in this video or any point up till now. We don't see what's on the note that he gives Nicholas especially. Yeah, but we're getting out of here. We're going to Rasa. Okay, that's a performance I don't want to watch right now. So, next is the reason I got into Anteam. This is the music video for Deer Hunter, which is lore in and of the fact that it's werewolfy, but also some stuff with Haru was going on. And stuff at the end, actually. As you can see, Haru's neck is bandaged. So, if I'm understanding, this happens after Yukiakari, but before that clip we see at the end of the Yukiakari music video, because they're still running around. They're still in the woods. Haru's neck still hurts.
My primal instincts are awake, won't fade away. 미타살란 I gone away. Oh, 거도 모든 마시는 pray 나도
Handsome man. Handsome face. Wiki has a wig on. He still has his banana hair from Yukiakari at this point. He has a wig on. In this, they're still in like abandoned buildings in the woods. So I'm taking this to mean that this is before they get in the van and go to Urasa. That's how I'm taking it. Wig. Huge move. Oh, huge move. Oh, Uma. That like the hair looks so good on him. My good friend talking. This side profile I was talking about. I didn't get it out though. Take off the short hands. This point, we're already starting to lose Joe's cheeks. His legs are slimmer and slimmer from here on. See his injury. He is hurt from the scene we see in Yukiakari. Don't know what the webs are about. Don't know what that's about. It reminds me of in Doom after Fade Ralph's fight, the fireworks that are like in the negative planet. What's it called? Not Arrakis, but where the Harkonnens are from. I can't think of it. I think this one is like a volume type thing. They're filmed with like a screen behind them. It looks like that to me. And we have a different singer now. We're officially moving into Witch of Urasa. I don't know if that's how you say Urasa. I don't know that that's the way it's said because I've heard nobody say it. And this stinger, I think, is related to some of the stuff we see in Going Blind, which I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about it now because I got stuff to say. So, okay. The photo book from the Yukiakari album, I got the special edition, so it came with a photo book, but it had an out box and it came with a whole bunch of posters. I have those up on my wall. Postcards I have up on my wall, and I also have a poster, which I do also have up on my wall. So this is the photo book for the Yukiakari. I was ranting about it. I was ranting and raving, but this album has every song from the full seasons of the year releases from them, and the winter part comes first on it. They should have started with spring. I'm not going to get back into it. They should have started with spring. But I just want to show this because they're so cute in it. I'll change cameras. You can see better. They're so cute in it. Ooh, reflection. So pretty. They're at a train station. All of the postcards from them are also from the same shoot, and there's some little notes on them, but they're all in Japanese, which I cannot read. At the end of Dear Hunter, where we see them looking up that gas cloud monster. If you've seen Lost, I haven't. I think represents something we're going to see in a little more detail in this, which is the portal that they go to that gets them to where they are in Urasa in the past, which is what I think is happening in the stuff we're going to see in the comeback for this year in April. I think they're in the past in Urasa interacting with either versions of themselves or people carrying their names in the past. Because, like I lightly mentioned earlier, the werewolves have given names that they're given by their parents, but there also are sort of special names like Khan, that are associated with the alphas or a powerful warrior that a person or werewolf can then take on and assume sort of a position that way. And I think we're going to see versions of them that have versions of themselves or people that shared their name in the past. Okay. So we're just circling blind. Let's get to it. I'm going to pause to read this. Woo. Okay. So, I have a little gnat. Long ago, on a night when the howls of wolf boys reached the moon, beneath the crimson moonlight, the world was devoured by darkness. So, I'm taking this to mean the people we see in this video are a past version of the members of A-Team. This is either they're in the past, either the people we've been following are in the past, or these are past versions of them, which I think lines up more with they're in the past, or because we see later after Deer Hunter, a epilogue was added to the Gray City webtoon that shows them 1,000 years, specifically stated 1,000 years in the past. It's 1,000 to 10,000 or something years in the past, and they interact with the woman who sees in the jock, Nicholas, and recognizes him to have the name Rasir. She calls him Rasir in surprise. So I think they've gone to the past rather than we're seeing a past version of them, because the Najak we see does not know that name. Okay, we're gonna move on. Also, there are two versions of this video. There is a performance version, which is really good if you want to see them mostly dance and just listen to the song, because this is more lore stuff happening in it, which is it's stimulating. The white looks, I think, are more like ethereal versions of them as like sort of gods or some sort of werewolves rather than them themselves. You know what I mean? The photos of Nicholas with that long hair. Not a good friend so much. So the shirts are see-through. Like Taki just then had little elf ears. I don't think these are supposed to be them. I think these are supposed to be ethereal werewolf gods that they're embodying. Also, you can see more of the black looks, and Joe has long extensions that make him look like a different person in the performance version. Now this eye portal thing is what I think the gas monster that they first show at the end of Deer Hunter is supposed to be. I think this is it more realized, like explicitly. My good friend Puma. Break in the bread and they go in, and I think that takes them to Urasa of the past. The webtoon itself hasn't come out in either of these videos. This is me big braining myself into probably the incorrect answer. Okay, so the moon has ceased to bleed. A trembling still hides within shadows. As calm as the eye of the storm. The silence is at the end, but only the prologue to the legends these boys are destined to write. I think we're entering a prologue of sorts. We're either entering like a prequel, kind of. Like it's coming after everything, but it is before it. This is the prologue that we've written as a sequel. The prequel. You didn't need me to explain what the prequel was. Okay. Wait, I think there's a little bit more. That does say going blind, despite how illegible it is. Okay, stingers. Dust and things. Now, Back to Life. Back to Life was Anteam's Korean debut. I don't know how it fits into the story, because I feel like it has to because of some of the things we see in it, which relate to things we have seen before. But I don't know where or how. And maybe what we see with We on Fire will illuminate me some. I don't know how it fits. I just know that I feel like it has to. I'm cold. Okay. Back to life. Let me wide screen, full screen, and go.
They called me a monster.
Also, they're all wearing shirts with their faces on them in this. Don't know what that is. Don't know what those are. Never seen them before. Those are strange and new. Hour 12. Love this haircut. My God. What are those monsters? I don't know. Maki's huge in this. Giant for no reason. My Taki. Ah, scary. It goes in his tattoo shirt. My good friends. Oh, for no reason. Ugh. Joe has no cheeks anymore. The blackening of their skin. I don't know what that is about. I don't know. This thing, what is that? I don't know. This isn't werewolf anymore. I don't know what that is. It's venom. But it's not spreading on them the way it was on like EJ and Maki. Spikes at the back again, like we saw in Warcry. Mystery Muscatool. And from even earlier, Joe comes to his rescue again. Don't know what's going on with them. Where is Kate running to? Who knows? But again, Joe, the music they put over him, the way they shoot him, is Camille still bad? Is he still under someone else's control? Who knows? Not me. That's why the damn comic needs to come back, because I don't know. I just don't know if they even said when exactly it's supposed to return. It's been like years since Grey City ended. Okay, so that is the end for videos. Lunatic is an official video, but I've been doing this for 2 hours and I want to be done. So I am going to show you the concept clips for the We on Fire, which comes out this April, because the symbol we see at the end of Yukiakari shows up there. So with this, we get into some of the stuff with the naming conventions that we with the wolves. Also, that symbol we saw at the end of Yukiakari, and why I think what's a hint at why Nicholas was given an individual letter by Kay at the end of Yukiakari. Okay.
もはや私は偉大な戦士ナザクではない。私の名はイムだ。取り戻したこの名前をアシルに捧げる。
I think my cat sneezed. They also just look very handsome. Oh, my good friend Fuma. He looks so good at glasses. He doesn't think it, but he does. You see that symbol again. Also, on those buttons they're all wearing the symbol. Not all of them. I'll get into it. Once again, Joe is presented differently to me. Look at that's villain music. Joe has something else going on. Embers turn into fireflies for talking. Is it Luca? It's Luca and Louis, I think, are the twins. I think it just came to me. I think it's Luca and Louis are the twins' names. All right. Enid, the eternal alpha of Urasa, her own path, not an inherited name. So we'll go back to what Miss Lady was saying at the very beginning. She is no longer the warrior Najak. Najak is an inherited name, a name for a warrior that the guy we know who is Najak, who is Nicholas, has had. But this woman, this eternal alpha, the female alpha, gives it up to take her own name back, to be Enid again, and gives the name Najak to Rasir, who, as I said before, at the end, at the epilogue added at the end of the Grey City, there's a woman who I'm assuming is this Enid, who recognizes Najak to be Rasir. So this happens, this death obviously happens after that scene we see. But this like speech, this like the way the voice happening, I can't think now, but the dialogue happens before her, obviously before her death, but also after what we see in the epilogue, because she's still calling her Basir then. So maybe she's still Najak at that time. She hasn't taken her own name, Enid, back. But interesting. I think they're giving through this the boys for the purposes of the company and the webtoon and maintaining ladies' attention, they're giving them their own Suha of a sort with this Enid, this woman who is dead, but was like a romantic interest, in my opinion, of Rasir slash Nejak. And maybe we see more of the past through this, because I did not finish the Blood Altar, so I don't know how it ends for the werewolves in it. But from what I've heard about it, because that Khan falls in love with Suha, it's sort of wrapped in that in a way that I feel like doesn't fit what we're doing for Ant-Team as a group. So they're going into the past with them to explore some different stuff before we have to deal with what happens in Blood Altar. You know what I mean? So also, when it pertains to that symbol I was talking about, we see that most of the boys give a case face have a pin on their jackets. Except for Fuma and Nicholas. I think maybe because of the type of jacket they're wearing, they're not wearing the pin. They're not wearing pins because they both have this, like, I guess, is that double-breasted? I actually have no idea. I'm not a men's fashion expert. But they're wearing different style jackets. They don't have the actual pin on them. But everybody else has a pin on that looks like this, with the that has the lettering going around it, that has the wolf's head with the sword. Except for EJ. Let me find you. EJ has on a different pin entirely. Can I get a better shot of it? His pin is sort of like a star, like a four-pointed star, with a shield with a moon on it. So I'm taking that to mean he's of a different rank of some sort within this organization that they're all a part of in this era, in this time. They're all a part of it, but he's of a different rank. And maybe either Fuma and Nicholas are outside of it, or maybe it's just because their jackets, they don't have it. But I feel like they could have incorporated it into their outfits somehow. If they were. I mean, I feel like they would have. And I still think Camille might be some kind of evil. Joe is kind of evil in a way. I don't know how, but I don't trust him. Also, I wanted to mention Taki and his fireflies. There were some shorts released that you can go watch on your own, like search through shorts, that had tablets with the symbol of this organization, the wolf in the circle with the sword, and some like writings that I think are from a few of the members. One of them is Taki's fireflies on it, and the like rock lights up with the light of the fireflies. There's another one with the flower that I think is the one Nico places on the grave, because it's not this white, the lilies that Fuma has. I think it's this flower that Nico places. It could also be the flowers that are falling on Yuma. They could be the same flowers, but I think it's related to Nico because he has the full flower. We see the full flower on the stone in that clip. And there's another one with a sword, which I'm associating with Fuma because he doesn't, I don't think he has it in this, but in his concept photos, he's posing with a sword that looks like the one we see in that. So each of them is, to me, highlighting a member particularly, and I'm seeing things in this that are associated with each member, associated with a member in particular. So I haven't mapped all that out, but if I have, by the time we get to the actual release of the album, I'll let you know. But that's all for me, folks. I have been recording this part of it for an hour and a half, and I'm sure I have at least 50 minutes of footage from the first recording session. So I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye.